Welcome to 13 Not Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing Tennessee Gothic 2019 comedy horror, hour and 28 minutes long, directed by Jeff Wedding and produced by Katie Groshong. I don't really know what the budget is on this film. I know Indiegogo raised about $9,000. I don't know if any more was put on top of that. Synopsis: when a dim-witted widower and his teenage son offer a beautiful young woman refuge on their farm, their living situation escalates from hysterical comedy to maddening horror once they discover she's not who she says she is. Now, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way from the get. Tennessee Gothic is the #1 comedy horror of the year. I've seen a bunch of comedy horrors this year, and this by far is the #1. Acting was superb. William Ryan Watson as Caleb was probably my favorite character of the film. He was great. He's from Tennessee, so he didn't have to fake a country accent or anything. Jackie Kelly, very sexy, very beautiful. Acting was great. She gets nude a lot in this film. I'm not going to complain about that, and I don't think anybody else is either. Victor Hollingsworth as Paul. I love the chemistry between Caleb and Paul in the film as father and son. Reverend Sims was very funny in this film. Starting at the beginning of the film, you get a little bit of horror at the beginning where Jackie Kelly's character escapes the clutches of some people trying to do her harm. And then she starts walking on the side of the road, and Paul picks her up on the side of the road and takes her home and bandages her up. The character of Sylvia is a succubus from hell or something, or in this case, Pennsylvania. Never been to Pennsylvania. Maybe hell, I don't know. But she fucks you and is taking life from you, and then she lives longer, I guess, when she's taking life from you, I guess. I don't know. But the script in this, that's basically what the film's about. Everybody starts fucking her. Reverend Sims, Paul, and Caleb. The script is hilarious. I didn't expect the script to be that good, and it really surprised me. The music was on time. Greg Bennett, you did your thing. Oh my god, the cinematography on this film, it's one of the most beautifully shot films of the year. It was shot on 16mm. You don't get that very often. The other thing I can say about this film is you're not going to get a lot of horror in this film. You get a little bit of horror at the beginning, you get a lot of horror at the end, a lot of comedy in between. It's almost like a slow burn or something. It's something I've never really dealt with before. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it. It's almost like a slow burn, but it's so entertaining in the middle you don't even know it's a slow burn, if that makes sense. Just the wait for the horror to build up is so entertaining up to the end, and then you get this big payoff at the end. It was fucking amazing. This film took 3 years to make, and it may have something to do with the 16mm. I'm not for sure. I met Jeff Wedding and his crew at the Rocky Top Horror Show. Amazing people. Had a lot of fun with meeting them, and I couldn't wait to see this film, knowing it was filmed in my neck of the woods. They had to bring it, and they brought it. Congratulations to you and your crew. I want to say one more time, Eric Stans did the cinematography on this film, I believe. If you don't know who he is, you need to go look up his films. Films like Ratline, in the memory of. I need to do a review on Ratline, by the way. Like I said, acting was superb. Music was awesome. Locations in this film was beautiful. They couldn't pick better spots to do the film, and they did. They just made Tennessee look beautiful in this film. Only thing I can say that I might have done different in this film, I gotta knock on something. I can't just do like a hype video and not tell you something I don't like. So there was a piece, and this is very small. This is like this almost seems shitty to bitch about, but I got to come up with something. There is one other thing I will say at the end of the review, and I will tell you to turn off because it's kind of a spoiler. But you know, I try to do honest reviews. So There's one piece of dialogue that I would have left out of this film. It seemed kind of political and it seemed like relevant to today's time, but the rest of the film almost seemed timeless. And 10 years from now, I'm not even for sure that anybody's going to get what that was about or something. And it got a little political on that one scene. I think it's when they're doing some Bible scriptures or something. The film did not need that. They could have done without it. It seemed like a little bit of, it just didn't need it. I think they could have done the film without it because the rest of the dialogue and the rest of the film just seemed like almost timeless. But other than that, I really don't have anything to bitch about. The Blu-ray packaging was amazing. Look at that cover art. Also, it is pressed disc. It's not BDR. A lot of people go BDR. They didn't go to cheap ray out on this. I'm very proud of them for that because I think with the streaming and everything going, and I can't blame a lot of people for doing it, but this just makes this even better. And like I said, I'll leave a description in the I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy this film. And you need to buy this film. They did an amazing job on it. Like I said, it took 3 years to make. 16 millimeter, beautiful film. I don't know if you can get much more. I mean, to me, I might be a little biased because I love the locations that they chose, and they did the locations justice by showing how gorgeous it is. That's about all I got for you on this film. I just wasn't expecting the film to be as funny as it was, and because when I seen comedy, I was like, a lot of these don't turn out too good, and it did. It shocked me. Top right now, probably in my top 10 films of the year. Like I said, we'll have to see at the end of the year, see if it stays in there. But definitely recommend it. And right now, I'm gonna go into the spoiler alert. So if you don't want to get a spoiler, then turn it off right now. This is one of the bitches I have about the film. And when I received the Blu-ray, I looked at the cover art, knowing that there's not really that many people in the film. And I think it kind of gave me a little bit of a spoiler. I think because it kind of gave away the ending of the film to me. And I took it and I looked at my brother. My brother was up there with me, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. This kind of looks like it might be the ending of the film. So I really didn't like that. I wish they would have done something else with the cover art, because you can tell that's a guy holding a head, and that might be on purpose because the film is so good itself that it don't matter if you knew the ending, because it was really predictable, I guess, for me anyway. I thought it was predictable. I was kind of hoping it went a different way just because I didn't know. Because it kind of disappointed me a little bit, kind of knowing that he's just, going to cut off her head. And that was probably going to be it. But like I said, it really didn't matter that it was predictable because the film was so entertaining. I didn't even give a fuck when it happened. Now, like I said, it does give it away a little bit. I would like to have not known going in that the head was going to get cut off. And that is how they're going to kill her. But, it is what it is. Whatever. I enjoyed the film. Like I said, if I'm going to put it in my top 10 right now, then they did that. They showed you the end, and it's still fucking that good. So, that's all I got for you. Go check it out. And appreciate y'all hanging with me. I'll come back and hang again sometime.